Hey Mom, I know you said no more loans but Emma needs formula. Can you spare $40 until Friday? Please. Michael Hayes hit send at 2:47 a.m., sitting in his car outside the 7-Eleven where he'd just been declined for a $40 purchase. His 3-month-old daughter was asleep in her car seat behind him, blissfully unaware that the last canister of formula at home would run out by tomorrow afternoon. His phone buzzed 30 seconds later. I'm not your mother. But I can help. What do you need exactly? Michael's stomach dropped. Wrong number. He'd been so exhausted, so desperate, he'd mistyped when adding his mom's new number after she'd changed carriers. His fingers hovered over the screen. He should apologize. Explain the mistake. Delete the thread and die of embarrassment. But something about that message stopped him. I can help. Not, sorry, wrong number. Not, don't contact me again. I can help. Michael looked at Emma in the rearview mirror. 3 months old. Entirely dependent on him. And he was failing her. He started typing. I'm so sorry, wrong number. I meant to text my mom. Didn't mean to bother you. 3 dots appeared immediately. Someone was typing. You're not bothering me. It's 3 a.m. and I'm awake too. Bad night? Michael felt tears burn his eyes. When was the last time someone had asked if he was okay? My daughter needs formula. I'm short $40 until payday Friday. It's fine. I'll figure it out. What brand? Where are you? Michael hesitated. This was insane. He was texting a stranger about baby formula at 3 a.m. But Emma would be hungry in 4 hours. Similac advance. I'm in Denver. But really, you don't have to. I'm sending you something. Check your Venmo. Michael's phone buzzed. Venmo notification. Robert Chin sent you $500. Michael stared at the screen, certain he was hallucinating from sleep deprivation. $500. From a complete stranger. At 3 a.m. Subscribe now, this wrong number text is about to change 2 lives forever. Michael's hands were shaking as he typed. This has to be a mistake. You sent $500. I only need $40. Not a mistake. Buy formula. Buy groceries. Buy whatever you and your daughter need. No one should have to choose between feeding their kid and paying rent. I can't accept this. I don't even know you. You don't have to know me. You just have to let me help. What's your daughter's name? Michael looked at Emma again, still sleeping peacefully. She had no idea her father was crying in a 7-Eleven parking lot at 3 a.m., texting with a stranger who might be an angel or a scammer or something in between. Emma. Her name is Emma. Beautiful name. How old? 3 months. It's just us. Her mom left when Emma was 2 weeks old. Said she couldn't do it. Michael couldn't believe he was telling this to a stranger. But something about the anonymity, the darkness, the exhaustion, it all made him honest in a way he couldn't be with people who knew him. So you're doing it alone. Trying to. Not doing great at it, apparently. The fact that you're sitting in a parking lot at 3 a.m. trying to figure out how to feed your daughter means you're doing better than you think. Comment below, would you have accepted money from a stranger? They texted for 20 more minutes. Michael learned that Robert was also awake because of insomnia, that he lived in Denver too, that he'd been where Michael was once, broke, desperate, alone. Can I ask you something? Michael typed. Why did you help me? You don't know me. I could be scamming you. Are you? No. Then I'm not being scammed. And I helped because I can. Because I remember what it feels like to count change for food. Because no one should have to beg for baby formula. Thank you. I don't know how to thank you. Take care of Emma. That's thanks enough. Michael drove home, bought formula and groceries the next morning, and tried to return to normal life. But he couldn't stop thinking about Robert, the stranger who'd sent $500 without hesitation, who talked to him like a human being instead of a charity case. A week later, Michael sent a message. "Hey Robert. Emma's doing great. Formula situation handled. I wanted to pay you back, I get paid Friday. Can I Venmo you at least $100? Keep it. Use it for Emma. But I have a question for you. Anything. What do you do for work?" Michael hesitated. His job was, not impressive. Night shift warehouse. Loading trucks. It's not glamorous but it pays rent. You like it? It pays the bills. That's what matters. That's not what I asked. Michael sat with that for a moment. No. I don't like it. I have a degree in graphic design but I can't do that kind of work anymore. Daytime jobs don't work with Emma's schedule. I need nights so I can be with her during the day. What if I told you I might have something for you? Subscribe so you don't miss what this billionaire offered next. Robert Chen was the founder and CEO of Chen Digital, one of the fastest growing tech companies in Denver. Worth $2.3 billion according to Forbes. He'd started with nothing, built everything, and never forgot what desperation tasted like. That's why when he got a wrong number text at 3 a.m. from a desperate father, he didn't ignore it. And when he learned Michael had design skills but needed flexible hours, he didn't just offer sympathy. He offered a job. "We need a freelance graphic designer. Remote work, flexible hours, project-based. Pays $50 an hour. Interested?" Michael's hands shook as he read the message. "Is this real? I'll have HR contact you Monday. We'll start with a trial project. If it works out, we'll talk about making it permanent." "Robert. I don't understand. Why are you doing this?" "Because 20 years ago, I was you. Single father, working nights, barely surviving. Someone gave me a chance when I had nothing to offer but desperation and hope. I'm just paying it forward." But there was more Robert didn't say yet. More Michael wouldn't learn until much later. Robert Chen had a 3-month-old daughter once too. Her name was Lily. And when Robert was 24, broke and alone, he'd sent a desperate text to who he thought was his brother, asking for money for baby formula. That text had also gone to the wrong number. And that stranger had also helped. But Robert had been too proud, too ashamed. He'd taken the money, bought formula, and never contacted that stranger again. Never said thank you. Never paid it back. It was the biggest regret of his life. So when Michael's text came through at 3 a.m., Robert saw a chance to become the person he wished he'd had. The person who didn't just help once and disappear, but who stayed, who mentored, who gave someone a real path forward. If you haven't subscribed, comment why, because this gets more incredible. Michael started the freelance work 2 weeks later. First project, redesigning Chen Digital's internal training materials. He worked during Emma's naps, late at night after she was asleep, whenever he could find time. The work was good. Really good. Robert offered him more projects. Then a part-time contract. Then, 3 months after that wrong number text, a full-time remote position with benefits, flexible hours, and a salary that meant Michael could quit the warehouse job. Michael could finally be the father he'd wanted to be, present, available, not exhausted from working nights and caring for Emma all day. But he still didn't know who Robert really was. They'd never met in person. All their communication was text and email and occasional phone calls. Michael knew Robert was in tech and doing well, but he had no idea he was texting with a billionaire. Until the day Michael was invited to the company holiday party. "I think it's time we met in person," Robert had texted. "Party's at my house. Bring Emma. There will be other employees with kids." Michael showed up at the address Robert sent, and his jaw dropped. The house was a 12,000 square foot estate in Cherry Hills. Some say billionaires don't help real people. Others say this proves they can. What do you think? Drop your opinion. Michael stood at the entrance, Emma in his arms, staring at a mansion that looked like something from a movie. You must be Michael. He turned. A man in his mid-40s, casual jeans and a button-down, friendly smile, extended his hand. I'm Robert. It's good to finally meet you in person. Michael's brain couldn't process what was happening. You're Robert Chen. Like, the Robert Chen. Chen Digital. Guilty. You're a billionaire. On paper, yeah. And you sent me money for baby formula at 3 a.m. I did. And gave me a job. You earned the job. Your work is excellent. Michael felt his legs weaken. I texted a billionaire by mistake asking for $40. Robert laughed, genuine, warm. You texted a guy who remembered being broke and desperate. The billions came later. That night, I was just someone who could help. Michael looked down at Emma, then back at Robert. Why didn't you tell me who you were? Would it have changed anything? I would have felt. I don't know. Like I was asking too much. Like I didn't deserve it. Exactly. I didn't want you to feel like charity. I wanted you to feel like someone who deserved a chance. Because you do. That night, at the party, Robert told the full story to the assembled employees. How a wrong number text had reminded him why he built this company, not just to make money, but to create opportunities for people who needed them. He announced a new company program, the Second Chance Initiative. A fund to help employees and their families in crisis. No questions asked, no judgment. Just help when it's needed most. Michael taught me something, Robert said, looking at the young father holding his daughter. He taught me that the universe puts people in our path for a reason. Sometimes it's a wrong number. Sometimes it's a chance to be the person you wish you'd had. Don't waste those moments. Subscribe now, the ending will restore your faith in humanity. Today, 3 years later, Michael Hayes is the creative director at Chen Digital. Emma is 3 years old, thriving, and calls Robert Uncle Robert. Michael and Robert are close friends. They text regularly, never at 3 a.m. anymore, though. Those desperate nights are long behind them. Michael keeps a screenshot of that first text thread framed in his office. Hey Mom, I know you said no more loans but Emma needs formula. Can you spare $40 until Friday? Please. I'm not your mother. But I can help. Under it, he wrote, the worst mistake that became the best moment of my life. Robert funded Michael's return to school for his master's degree. Michael now mentors other single parents in the company, helping them navigate the impossible balance of work and childcare. And that Second Chance Initiative? It's helped 247 employees and their families in 3 years. Medical emergencies, rent assistance, childcare crisis, car repairs, whatever people need to stay afloat while they get back on their feet. Robert never forgot what that stranger did for him 20 years ago. And now, through Michael, through the initiative, through every person he helps, he's becoming the man he wishes he could thank. Do you ever think about that person who helped you? Michael asked him once. The one who gave you money when you needed it? Every day, Robert said. I never got to thank them. I was too ashamed. Too proud. I took their help and disappeared. It's my biggest regret. Maybe that's why you helped me. To forgive yourself. Robert smiled. Maybe. Or maybe the universe was giving me a chance to do it right this time. The lesson isn't that billionaires are secretly generous. Most aren't. Most will never see a desperate text and respond with help. The lesson is that kindness compounds. That one act of generosity can ripple forward in ways you never imagine. That the person you help today might become the person who helps hundreds tomorrow. Robert helped Michael. Michael now helps others. Those others will help more people. And somewhere in that chain is the stranger who helped Robert 20 years ago, never knowing that their $50 would eventually become a $2 million charitable fund helping hundreds of families. That's how change happens. Not through grand gestures or viral moments, but through quiet acts of kindness that multiply in ways we never see. Michael still has Robert's number saved in his phone as "not mom." It makes them both laugh. Because sometimes the wrong number is exactly the right person.